Have you ever noticed that your worst days often begin with something that never even happened? You send someone a message and they don't reply for an hour. Suddenly, your brain starts asking, did I say something wrong? Are they ignoring me? Are they upset with me? Then they finally reply, sorry, I was in a meeting. The problem never existed, yet your brain made it feel completely real. So here's a question. If nothing was actually wrong, why did your body react as if there was? Why did your heart beat faster? Why couldn't you focus? Why did you keep checking your phone? The answer is fascinating. Your brain isn't trying to make you anxious, it's trying to protect you. The problem is that it can't always tell the difference between a real threat and an imagined one. Think about this. If you were one of the first humans living thousands of years ago and you heard something moving in the bushes, what would you do? Would you assume it was just the wind, or would you prepare for danger? Our ancestors who expected danger survived. The ones who ignored it often didn't. Over thousands of years, the human brain learned one simple lesson. When you're unsure, assume the worst. Back then, that rule saved lives. Today, it creates stress. The bushes have become unread messages. The lion has become tomorrow's interview. The danger has become what someone might think about you. The world changed, but your brain didn't. Now let me ask you another question. Have you ever noticed how your mind fills in missing information without asking your permission? Your friend walks past you without saying hello, and your brain whispers, "They're upset with me." Your boss says, "Can we talk tomorrow?" And your brain immediately says, "I'm in trouble." Someone looks at you for 2 seconds, and your brain wonders, "Are they judging me?" But stop for a moment. Did you actually know any of those things were true? Or did your brain simply create a story because it hated not knowing the answer? Here's something most people never realize. Your brain loves certainty. When it doesn't have enough information, it would rather make up a story than admit it doesn't know the answer. And for some reason, that story is almost always negative. Why? Imagine your phone gives you 10 notifications. 9 say, "Everything is okay." 1 says, "Warning." Which one would you open first? Exactly. Your brain works the same way. It pays more attention to possible danger than possible happiness, not because you're a negative person, but because your brain believes danger deserves your attention. That's why one rude comment can stay in your mind for weeks, while 10 compliments disappear by tomorrow. Now, here's the part that surprises most people. Your brain doesn't just create these stories, your body believes them. Think about the last nightmare you had. Your heart was racing, your breathing changed, maybe you even woke up sweating. But none of it was real. Your body reacted to a story created inside your own mind. The same thing happens when you overthink. A thought becomes a story. The story becomes fear. The fear becomes stress. Before long, your body reacts as if the danger is standing right in front of you. So here's a question that's worth asking yourself. How many of the things you've worried about in the last year actually happened? Take a second and think about it. Not how many could have happened, how many actually did. For most people, the answer is surprisingly small. Yet they spent hours, days, and sometimes even months suffering because of something that never became reality. Imagine carrying a backpack. Every time you worry about something that hasn't happened yet, someone secretly places a rock. What if I fail? Another rock. What if they reject me? Another rock. What if I'm not good enough? Another rock. Eventually, the backpack becomes so heavy that you believe life itself is exhausting. But maybe life isn't what's making you tired. Maybe you're carrying hundreds of problems that don't even exist. So let me ask you one more question. How much of your stress comes from what's happening today, and how much comes from what your mind says might happen tomorrow? The good news is that you don't have to believe every thought your brain creates. The next time your mind tells you something terrible is about to happen, don't immediately believe it. Become curious. Ask yourself, what facts do I actually have? not feelings, not guesses, facts. Then ask, is there another explanation? Maybe they're busy. Maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe nothing is wrong at all. Finally, ask yourself one last question. Has my brain scared me like this before and been completely wrong? If the answer is yes, maybe this thought doesn't deserve your trust either. Here's one truth I hope you remember long after this video ends. Your brain creates thoughts. It doesn't create facts. Those are not the same thing. Some thoughts deserve your attention, others deserve your curiosity, and many deserve to be questioned. The next time your mind starts predicting the worst, don't ask, what if something bad happens? Instead, ask yourself, what if my brain is simply doing what it has always done, trying to protect me from a danger that doesn't even exist? That single question can free you from hours of unnecessary fear, because sometimes the biggest battle isn't with the world around you, it's with the stories your own mind quietly tells you. And here's something even more surprising. If your brain can create problems that don't exist, what else is it doing without you noticing? It turns out your brain is also responsible for repeating the same habits every single day, even the ones you desperately want to break. Once you understand why, you'll realize that changing your life has less to do with willpower and far more to do with how your brain really works. That's exactly what we'll explore in the next video.